Welcome to your start line. We've got some of the guys from Songo.info, Ovayo, Nsenge, Kaya Tsapa, Yogama, Madete, Sinamzeti, Oyatando, Mackwell, and Lakanya Sibongawane. Welcome, guys. For Pedal Project, we know a lot of them new riders. Nice to have them here. Not sure how many of them are riding, but welcome to the team from Pedal Project. The Itis Valley Development Riders, Teshel Hendricks, Jordan Cranstein, Turlo Fortain, Alonso Hendrickse, Hayden Herodine. Stellenbosch High School, welcome Hayden Langenberg, Martin Michaels, Durant de C. Lowen van Zyl, Chuma Malungo. Open category, start getting ready, please.
Are you feeling the pressure?
I have a gel. I like that.
I already had a gel.
I'll see the one more shuffle.
Now what if you drop this
Come on, Daniel, man. I rate urban
All right, so very good afternoon to our media teams. John T here on the line with the team from Father Time. And we've got Max Sullivan and the boys ready to rumble as well. All right, all open category riders, this is your final boarding call. 3 minutes to your start. 3 minutes to your start. All right. Right, so we can see the athletes all in the start chute as we get ready for the 10th running. This is the open category only. We can see some of the trail engines coming down to get into that start chute on time as well. These are the analog bikes, which means there's no motors whatsoever. The e-bikes go at 4:30. So this is open gates. Over 100 riders registered for the race this year, so really good to see the support from the locals and especially the local schools. Lena, welcome to your start line as we get ready for countdown into race 1 of 4 at your 2025 Songo.info Champions Race. We go into the afternoon with the e-bikes, then the elite women, then the elite men. You're under starters orders and you have 90 seconds to your start. Trail Angels, Superstar, Analog Monster, Lena in the house. Watch out, boys. She bites. She's gonna just put the elbows out in the single track and she's coming for you. Remember, it's 20 minutes plus 1 lap. What could happen is you could get you at 19 minutes and we could hit the bell. So listen for the bell and listen to my voice for your final lap. All right, time check. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and welcome as we have less than 60 seconds until they will start. Really good to have you here. Final boarding call for all of the open athletes as we get going. Short track cross country racing, 20 minutes plus 1 lap. Nice to have France here from Belgium, France. Thanks for joining us. Always good to see you. And we have 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 secondes vir julle. Voordat julle lekker ry, geniet dit julle. A big welcome to all of you as we get ready to bring in the afternoon here at the Kaimandi Soccer Stadium. 15 seconds until your start. I'll count you down from 5. Lena, be gentle on the boys, please. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Enjoy it, guys. Look at that.
So there we go, Hans Klaas enjoying with the schoolboys and girls. What a beautiful afternoon, near perfect conditions. So good to be here. The 10th year of this incredible race, the Songo.info Champions Race. Some of the best athletes in the world have been here on this exact start line and taken the title. Christoph Sauser, remember the founder of Songo.info, just over 11 years ago. He's won it 3 times. Anneke Langveld the best of the best when it comes to racing the Absa Cape Epic in the women's race. She's got 5 wins there. She's got 3 wins here at the Songo.info race. Today is going to be amazing. Enjoy us. Thanks for tuning in. Share the link with your guys and girls wherever they are in the world. This is the prelude to what is coming over the next 2 weeks. And that, of course, is the 21st edition of the Absa Cape Epic. Seamus Allardyce in the house. Beautiful human.
So our first race is underway. This is
Matfield.
a day like no other. Racing on what is essentially a short track, 3.5 kilometers, 20 minutes, a race with 1 lap added on to the end of that. And this is our very first race, the open mountain bike. All comers take this on. Lots of youngsters from around Stellenbosch here. Songo.info, Pedal Project riders, the Idas Valley riders from just across the road, and of course Stellenbosch High School's newly formed academy. We've got 5 of their riders taking us, and then we've got a number of riders from Polrus Gymnasium, and 1 or 2 sneaky riders who've popped themselves in here because they don't want to take on the hurly-burly of the elite race. This is what lies in store for them. That is the BMX track here at the Songo.info school, and they will go right past the school, which has grown incredibly over the last 10 years. And this is the 10th edition of this wonderful event, which draws attention and funds to this project, the Songo.info project, formed way back in 2008 by Christoph Sauser and Songo Fipaza. Christoph was looking for a way to get involved in supporting a program here, and this is the one. Well, they're coming onto the BMX track here, and I think the man in front there is Connor Kitching, a young man from Polrus Gymnasium, and on his wheel his fellow colleague from Polrus, Pierre Groenewald. And over the last double it is Jan Fricken and then Willem Durant. So these are the young men looking to create a bit of interest here and win a race on their doorstep. What an occasion for these youngsters to get to race here in Kayamandi on a hot day. I can tell you what, it is bakingly hot out here in Stellenbosch today. And that is the view across to Simonsberg Mountain, the football ground in the distance there. And that is where the start finishes of this event. They'll come through the BMX track and then into Kayamandi itself, the oldest of, or second oldest township in South Africa. The suburb of Stellenbosch now is a thriving hub of activity, of wonderful innovation and creation, and Fibre Time have been deeply involved in giving the inhabitants of this town of Kayamandi an opportunity to connect and to use the low cost but very accessible fiber that they provide, the Wi-Fi, and so they are connected here in Kayamandi, and it's spreading around the similar areas in the country. One of the young men from Songo.info, Lukanya Sikobongwane, he goes through on that luminous green bike. And what a sight it is for both the residents of Kayamandi and these young riders' opportunity to ride through the trail here. Down they go, the incredible drop, and the first lap is complete. I think Connor Kitching and Birgit Groenewald have gone through. Then it's Willem Durant, and on his tail is Jan Fricken, who is chasing hard. Also a young man at school here in Stellenbosch at Polrus Gymnasium. You have a wonderful mountain bike program, as do Stellenbosch High School under the guidance of Conrad Stolz, a man who took part in this race in his time a few years back, but now guiding the youngsters. Hayden Lochenberg, Marquin Michaels, Durant Duplessis, Luan van Sail and Chuma Mdlungu are those riders. But this is Connor Kitching. 3-hour 24 Cape Town cycle tour on Sunday. And well, he spends a lot more time on his bike than most of us, I can tell you that, and it's paying off on a breezy day here. Around the fence line, and then he'll come back onto the BMX track. Well, blistering start from Birgit Groenewald. It's not quite as fast now as he drags himself up this very steep incline. Willem Durant, Jan Fricken, and so they dig in behind him. And up they go. So that group have separated themselves from the rest of them on that 1.5 laps now. It is 20 minutes of racing plus 1 lap. That's what it amounts to. And this switchback climb has been part of the Songo.info Champions Race presented by Fibre Time from year 1. And have we had some winners over those years? My word, it reads like a who's who of mountain biking. Christoph Sauser, Jaroslav Kulharvi, Annika Langveld, Olympic gold medalist Flora Duffy in the triathlon, Sam Gaze, a short track world champion, Alan Hatherley, the current world mountain bike champion, and of course Matt Beers, a 3-time Absa Cape Epic winner. He's all part of this. As the Songo young men go through, Ovayu Nsenge, Kanya Kapa, Yongama Mletai, Zinamseti, Oyetando Makwili, and Lekanya Sikomugwani are those 6 riders from the Songo.info team here. And they get to ride this particular, the BMX track, very, very regularly. As Connor Kitchen goes through with a comfortable lead at the moment. There's a battle for second place. Nothing between those 3. And they'll know each other well. Pierre Groenewald, Willem de Rand, and Jan Frikken, who lives not far from us here in Kayamandi and gets to ride his bike pretty much every single day on these beautiful trails around Stellenbosch. That's the Stellenbosch high school youngsters in the red jerseys, black shorts, new program. It may well be Frans Klaas who's just ahead of them. The Belgian, 3-time marathon champion of Belgium in 2015, 16 and 2022. In fact, was 3rd at the Transalp last year. And he's back to ride the Absa Cape Epic this year. Oh, it's a wonderful introduction to this part of the community, as the people of Kayamandi will be drifting back from work and coming back home, and will be having the grandstand seats. There's a Fibre Time corner. Groenewald, and that's the battle for second place. Durant, Groenewald, Frikken, they're all together. They're way off Connor Kitching, so Kitching will drop down that drop, just jumps over that little bridging and into the start-finish chute for lap number 2. Looks over his shoulder. He can perhaps just take it a little bit easier now, Connor Kitching. 2 laps done, 8 minutes. And Connor Kitching, look at that win. Big jump from Durant, followed by Groenewald and Frikken. That is going to be the race here in this open event. Some 35 riders, insane. Jan Frikken playing with his teammate there from Paul Roos. Pierre Groenewald holding on to his saddle. He's a man of, or young man of real talent and a wonderful sense of fun and enjoyment in the sport. It's so cool to see the energy that these youngsters bring to the sport and the vibe that they bring. They do it because they love it. Yes, it's lucky to win the races, but they do it to get out there and enjoy the camaraderie, the fun. And this man is enjoying the fact that he's got a comfortable lead. Connor Kitching drives himself up on that last little bit of climb, and that's the last of the climbing done now. Swing around. Well, there's a little climb as they go around the fence here, around the trees on the far corner of the course. Those trees in the distance there, and then he'll duck back along that fence line and drop onto the BMX track. 10th edition of the Songo.info Champions Race here in Kayamandi, presented by Fibre Time with assistance from 91 Asset Management and Ineos Grenadier. 91, huge global asset management firm, have been involved for 10 years, in fact. Here it is, the battle for second. Jan Frikken, Willem Durant on the inside, just behind is Groenewald now in 3rd place. What a fight we've got on here for second place. Cool to see. 3rd lap. Now, who have we got in, I might make out who's in 5th place, but he looks over his shoulder and he realizes that he's fairly comfortable. It's brutally hard, that climb, and you do start to, first time you attack it and you think I can do this, but then second lap and third lap it drains your resources. So they'll come along that top fence line. Soon enough, Connor Kitching's going to be coming through and lapping these youngsters. Whoopsie. Franz Klaas goes through, the Belgian marathon champion. Marshall's doing a good job just ensuring the people of the village and the town don't get run over as the wind whips those Fibertime feathers across. This is Connor Kitching. He's eased up. You can sense he's just backed off a little because he knows if he just keeps it safe here, he can take a win. That is the finish arch down on the soccer pitch. Max Kleur going to call them through there very shortly. Safely through for another lap. Onto their third lap as Connor Kitching will be flying down the drop. The Kayamandi Killer. It is a really fast descent. The Stellenbosch High School trio go through there. They've got Hayden Lochenberg, Durant Duplessis, Loan van Sail. There it is, the fight for second place. Looks like Jan Frikken has got it at the moment in second, but it's been changing every time we've cut to them. Groenewald and Frikken, and also in there Willem Durant. So they should do a little lap. There comes Connor Kitching, our race leader. The Stellenbosch High School youngsters just lapping some of the slow riders. And this is Chuma Ndlungu from Stellenbosch High School. All on very smart bikes. The school program, the mountain bike program, is aligned to a degree with a wonderful athletics program. You can almost see the school in the background. Willem Durant, Pierre Groenewald, and that's Jan Frikken, who may just, wow, that's a good save. That is a great save. Wow. Our marshals are on their game here today in Kayamandi. Great job. So the Stellenbosch High School youngster there just chasing up onto the back of the Songo.info rider. Yeah, the legs are burning here after that climb. Fifth place. They really have to have their wits about them, these marshals. This is a race like no other. On the fields and through the streets of Kayamandi on a bakingly hot afternoon. So there is the second place battle. Durant, Groenewald and Frikken. You sense they're just starting to save their energy now because they know it's going to come down to a battle as Connor Kitching digs deep on that little switchback right-hander. Then this awkward left-hander, steep out of the saddle, digs, easily done. And he's away. Rolling over the jumps now on the BMX track. The pain of those first 3 laps has taken a toll. But this is the race in the green helmet. Groenewald. Durant sneaking inside on that line just ahead of Frikken. He's a really strong climber, Willem Durant, but Groenewald's just got a little bit of a gap here. Durant spinning it to close it up. This is the future. They all want to be racing the elite race, which, ladies and gentlemen, starts at 6 o'clock this evening here. So in an hour and 45 minutes, our elite women's race starts at 5:30, half an hour before that. We've also got an MTB Champions race, an e-bike race, and have we got some names in that? Former World Cup podium placer Yeah, we just stay tuned because that is going to be insane. We've got Enduro World Series races. It's going to be really, really entertaining because they don't hold back. Apachaiberg in the distance there overlooks here on this breezy but hot late afternoon in Kaiamandi. We're sort of on the northwest edge of Stellenbosch. Kaiamandi, the word means nice home. The Xhosa word of Kaiamandi, nice home, and for many it is. Established in the 1940s, but now a vibrant heartbeat of Stellenbosch is Kaiamandi. And today it is the epicenter of short track cross country racing anywhere in the world, because the lineup in the elite men's race and in the women's race would do justice to any international cross country race, I can tell you that. Absolutely littered with world class riders. Our lead bike goes through. So Connor Kitching, the race leader, goes through and will be looking to snake down that descent and to the finish line. But the battle for second is what is going to be intriguing. Probably another lap after this. So if they go into that last lap before the 20 minutes, they'll do one more. That'll be their bell lap, if you like, the final lap. Stellenbosch High Academy rider goes rolling through on this beautiful lawns. It is the epicenter in many ways of the Kaiamandi community, this wonderful stadium, and there are numerous football clubs that play out of the Kaiamandi. Here is Connor Kitching. One lap to go for Connor Kitching, leading this open mountain bike race. And he's going to lap a few more as well. Pedal Project also have a number of riders here. It's a wonderful project bringing young boys and girls into the sport. They've got some 12 riders in this field. An opportunity to race and get a feel of what it's like to be tested and test yourselves and each other. Kitching off, he just gets that wrong now. That could cost him a few seconds. He looks over his shoulder. The riders behind him have been lapped, so that's not a problem. But he'll look down the hill, and shortly he will catch a glimpse of that trio of riders fighting for second place. But I think Kitching is fairly safe here because he's got up the one major climb of the course, and this 3.5 kilometer course without a problem. And now he's on his way out to the far reach in those blue gums on the far side. A little single track there along the fence line, and they'll drop down onto the BMX track. Here they come. Groenewald in the green helmet, in the blue helmet, and the trail kit is Jan Frieken. And behind them, it's, well, Durant is gone. In fact, there is Durant a little bit further back behind the Pedal Project, the Stellenbosch High Academy riders here. So a bit of a gap opened here by Frieken and Groenewald. Durant has some work to do. He's going now. Very soon we'll catch a glimpse of Connor Kitching on this BMX track. What a ride it's been by this young man from the very off, bar about 200 meters. He's been in charge of this race. Well, Hayden Lochrenberg from Stellenbosch High School Academy. Well, they couldn't ask for a better mentor than Conrad Stolz. It's a program that will no doubt grow as time goes on. They've got a magnificent facility to make use of in terms of track and field. But of course, Stellenbosch, in many ways, the home of trails and mountain biking. And you couldn't ask for a better place to have an academy than here in Stellenbosch. You can roll up and down the road. You go up to Jonkershoek, you go on to Potmaskop and into Eden and all around these wonderful trails. There's so much to do now. So the middle of the field, Connor Kitching there, I think, is coming through. All these riders now on their final lap of this open race. Just fantastic to see so many riders. There's Groenewald. And Jan Frieken, well, I think Jan Frieken has decided, you know what, third place is quite decent. He looks over his shoulder now, and on the first line is the run, so he's fairly safe in third place, is Frieken. Should see riders come streaming through here now. There we go. Connor Kitching, our race leader. Through Fibre Time Corner. Unbelievable work being done by Fibre Time to connect this community of Kayamandi, a Stellenbosch-based group. And they have made an incredible difference to the lives here. As P.G. Groenewald goes through in second place. Then one of the Stellenbosch riders who's been lapped. It could well be Durant du Plessis. And very shortly we should see the fight for that second place. P.G. Groenewald and Jan Frieken. Might have just gone through ahead of those riders. There comes Jan Frieken now. The rider in red has been lapped already. And so Frieken will take third place. Groenewald in second. First place to Connor Kitching as they roll under the arch there after 20 minutes and a lap of intense racing. It's fantastic. It really is. That's the Songo.info school. Looks after the needs of 130 young boys and girls every day from 9 until 6 in the evening. And the only reason they can do that is because of the wonderful generosity of their sponsors. Principal amongst them 91 Asset Management, but various others who've contributed hugely to enable youngsters like that young man to go there into that classroom and have after school care and learning. And once they've completed that, they can go and ride their bikes. And that's the way the project works. They earn the right through their efforts in the classroom to ride their bikes. And they do so on this, not on this course that we're seeing today, this 3.5 kilometer course, but on the BMX track. And then a ride up into the forest. Of course, numerous of the Songo riders. Sipho Madola, of course, is a legend. He's done 11 of the Absa Cape Epics and has won the Xara category jersey before. So he's still involved here. He's the director of the program, Sipho, and a wonderful inspiration to the young riders and the youngsters of the Songo project. So first win of the day, Connor Kitching in the open race. And our next race, well, that'll be off in about 5 minutes' time. It's the e-mountain bike race. Now, what a field we've got involved in that. I can tell you that Lena Ronga won the women's open race from the Trail Angels in Cape Town. The Trail Angels are a project that has made a difference to people's lives incredibly, because they've managed to encourage riders to get on the bike. The driver, there's Connor Kitching. Have to hang around at the prize giving Connor, which is at 6:30, so you'll get a chance to watch some of the best in the world race here. And boy, a lot of the best in the world are here, of course, for the Absa Cape Epic, which starts in a few days' time. And many of them have taken the opportunity to come and ride this race. Not all, of course, but the defending champion, Matt Beers, is here. South Africa's in-form Marco Hubert is here with his partner, Tristan Nokia. Luke Moyer, wonderful racer, is one to watch, and he'll be a contender. Hans Becking, legendary Dutch racer, he's taking part today. I don't think we'll see Hans at the sharp end today. He's going to be involved in various other things like shooting content and creating the vibe. That is young Willem Durant. Well, I think they're realizing just how hard. They don't do a lot of this cross-country racing, but they're just realizing how tough it is to go full gas for just 20 minutes plus a lap. I mean, that's not even a third of a World Cup race. You get a rich appreciation of just how strong those and fit those World Cup races are. So the e-bike race will be next on the program, and well, we've got riders who, as I said, have raced Enduro World Series events. Matt Lombardi, a former South African cross-country champion as a junior. Jason Boole's been on the World Cup circuit. He's an incredibly skilled descender and rider. Miles Kelsey, likewise, the Bike Network man. Andrew Neetling. Well, he's been on the World Cup podium some years ago, but Andrew is an absolute legend. Dylan van der Merwe, Benno Willett, and Thomas Willett, his son. And then the Trail Angels will be taking part as well. Louise Gies, Lena Ronga, in fact, just rode the elite race. Nikki Hayward's taking part, as well as Penny Curtis. Oh, what a sight, isn't it beautiful? All coming to you from Kayamandi, just outside Stellenbosch here on a beautifully hot afternoon. And it's brought to you, of course, with the cooperation and the help of Fibre Time.
How's it? TK here in Stellenbosch, Kayamandi from Fibre Time. Just want to tell you more about what we do as Fibre Time. Fibre Time, we're simple. We're a company that brings internet to homes in every township. We connect every home, every shack that has access to legal electricity. We connect your tavern, your local churches, every infrastructure, ekasi, we connect to Fibre Time. What is it that we give you? We give you unlimited internet access on a pay-as-you-go. You enjoy the freedom of streaming, whatever you do online, without anyone telling you about the data that is depleted whatsoever. All you have to do is have 5 rand to access 24 hours of unlimited a day, fast speed, fast internet in your home, in your community, everywhere where there's Fibre Time. Thank you.
Comrade Sauce, and you get Nikki Hayward. I saw you. Get up here. Bring those Trail Angels with you, please. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Jason Paul, I didn't forget about you, buddy. I was just making you once. Jason Paul, I've been coming. Conrad Sauce, the caveman, is done. As we get ready for the start of the e-bike category.
Benno Willett and young Thomas Willett at the back. So watch out, those guys are unknown.
I tell you, I'm starting on 0-1.
Alright, so on the start line, your defending champion, Matthew Lombardi, Dylan van der Merwe, Andrew the Needles Needling, the dad with the grey beards, Miles Kelsey, the evergreen out of KwaZulu, the Tell originally appeared on that set. Then of course Jason Bull and the caveman Conrad Sauce We go into 30 seconds until start. Welcome to the Trail Angels. And all of you here today. Benno and Thomas Willits in the house. Thomas, be gentle on your dad, eh? All right, take it easy on the hills. Welcome everybody. Super cool to have you here.
Great to have Denise White at the back there as well in the Songo colours.
All right, we're counting you down in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Remember, 20 minutes plus 1 lap. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then the next one out, so let's go.
Alright, Dylan Rex in the house as well. Looks like Colin at the motorbike is winning right now. But whoa, look at Nick.
We're underway in our second race of the day. It's action thick and fast here. No time between them. This is the E mountain bike race, 20 minutes plus 1. And Andrew Nettling has gone to the front of this race. Dylan van der Merwe on his wheel. And Matt Lombardi won this last year on his wheel. These guys are fired up and ready to race. No question about it. They love the e-bikes. And why shouldn't they? So coming up to the top of the climb in a matter of seconds. Needles, Andrew Nettling. Dylan van der Merwe on the outside. Matt Lombardi tries to take him. Conrad Stolz is there as well. Then it's right at the back. Mars Kelsey as well in that field. This is a stacked e-bike field. Jason Boole as well in there. Dylan van der Merwe. And then Louise Gies goes through here. And Nikki Hayward of the Trail Angels. And that is young Thomas Willett. His dad is racing up there. Benno, the big shot behind the specialized racing team. So the BMX track, isn't it looking spectacular? With a bit of rain in perhaps a couple of weeks, the winter months, this will just get better and better. It's really is a superb facility here in Kayamandi. That's Papa Gaiberg, the hillside on the far side, presides over Stellenbosch from the sort of south east. There they go. Nettling, Lombardi, van der Merwe. Big air from Nettling, doesn't he just love it? Lombardi on the inside. Nettling is in the right position to regain the lead as he goes narrow and then high. Whoopsie! Nice short angle. Jason Boole in there. Conrad Stolz. And they pop off the BMX track, whittle through the town, and then drop down that incredibly steep and fast descent. Motorbike going to have to get a shift on. Fiver Time Corner is where it's at. And the wonderful people of Kayamandi will be very familiar with Fiver Time, because it is in this very town that Fiver Time rolled out their program to connect the people of Kayamandi to the world. Go through they do. Stolz leading the second group. Yeah, they are going flat out here. Here's young Thomas Willett. And he's just loving it. What a lovely opportunity. Dylan van der Merwe goes through in the lead. Benno Willett, Conrad Stolz, Jason Boole in the second group. The moment it's Dylan van der Merwe and Matt Lombardi. And the first lap leader was Andrew Nettling, sitting a little bit off there. Benno Willett. Into the right-hander, easily done by van der Merwe. Lombardi sitting comfortably on his wheel. Another young man who learned his trade here at Paul Roos. He wants to go around the long way round. He's going to have to work hard. Nietling. Benno Willett. Jason Bull. And Conrad Stolz, former multiple Xterra world champion and the man behind the program here at Stellenbosch High. Wonderful to have the Trail Angels here. As I said, the program in Constantia in Cape Town that is introduced by Nikki Hayward many years ago. And it really, there they go, Nikki Hayward and Louise Gies on their e-bikes, going very comfortably around. That's Vera Lossa. She's not on an e-bike. She's just doing a little training, just getting familiar with the course for the Elite Women's Race, which will happen in a short while. She's very aware, former Absa Cape Epic winner and multiple Namibian champion. Here's the race, though, for the front. Oh, Lombardi, Dylan van der Merwe. What a battle it's on here. It is on. Nietling has dropped off the pace. Lombardi looks in top condition. Van der Merwe in second place. And now third is still Nietling, shortcut. Then it's Kelsey, then it's Benno Willett. They're riding e-bikes. They can go where they want. Nikki Hayward and Louise Gies. Up they go. Making full use of the turbo mode up that climb, and why not? Between the houses towards Fibre Time Corner, Matt Lombardi leads the e-bike race. On his tail is Dylan van der Merwe, giving it all. They've got the descent to come. They're crushing these laps. So fast, just over 3 minutes a lap. That's the chase bunch. Nietling, Benno Willett, and with him, I think Miles Kelsey's in there somewhere as well, but yeah, got to be careful crossing this track. Here's Lombardi. Looks over his shoulder. He'll come onto the grass here. Lap 2 done. Lombardi, couple of seconds lead now. No holding back from Lombardi. He wants to win. Ever a competitor. Hey, look, when you put a number board on any of these riders, they know nothing other than race, and race as hard as you possibly can. Empty the tank. Here comes Conrad Stolz, the caveman, as he was known in his days as a massively successful triathlete. Of course, led off the bike at the Olympic Games in 2000 in Sydney, famously in the triathlon. So Matt Lombardi, multiple junior and age group cross-country champion over the years, and has spent many years racing on the Enduro World Series circuit. Nikki Hayward and Louise Gies coming out from Cape Town to enjoy the delights of the Songo.info Champions Race, brought to you by Fibre Time. Benno Willett, Andrew Nietling. On his wheel is Jason Bull. Thomas Willett. His mum will be racing the Absa Cape Epic next week alongside Isla Stowe for the Khaleesi Foundation and Songo.info. So here is the Lombardi. Wow, they're making short work of this track, aren't they, on the e-bikes? Lombardi just jumps that start board on the BMX track. Huge air. Beautiful. Killing it is Matt Lombardi. Was his mother a wonderful athlete, Michelle, who's won pretty much everything there is to win mountain biking, even road race. She was a winner of the Cape Town Cycle Tour years and years ago, but of course a multi-sport adventure racer, triathlete. Dylan van der Merwe's legs, well, they've been overtaken by the motor, I fancy. Happy to settle in. Benno Willett has raced himself into third place here. Jason Bull and Andrew Neertling. Conrad Stolz on the BMX track. Toughest job is the motorbike. He's trying to stay ahead of these e-bikers snaking through the town. There's Conrad. Nikki Hayward just avoiding being lapped. Nikki Hayward and Louise Gies as Dylan van der Merwe goes through in third place. Marshall blows his whistle to warn the pedestrians. Oh, the motorbike's getting caught here. Lombardi on the wheel of the bike. He's going to pass him. Who's the boss here? Motorbike or the e-bike? I tell you what, Matt Lombardi's running the rule over this race big time. The way he goes again on his fourth lap. So he's snapped the elastic, there's no question, and he's away now in the e-bike race. He can just race the motorbike because there's big time behind him. The chase for second. Dylan van der Merwe is going backwards. Benno Willett is the man you think who's going to be breathing down the back of van der Merwe shortly. There's Thomas Willett in the blue helmet, doing a beautiful job. Louise Gies and Nikki Hayward. Then it's Thomas. There we go. Another big effort from a young man. He'll pull aside and let Matt come through. Very good. Good trail etiquette. So here it is, the battle for second place. And Benno Willett has just done it. Away he goes, the Swiss King on the mountain bike. Gets through Dylan van der Merwe. There is Jason Bull. And the man who went out the start like a house on fire, Andrew Neertling, downhill racer extraordinaire. This is a different thing, but he loves still racing up and down the Helderberg mountains close to his home. Conrad Stolz, who lives on the slopes of Botmanskorp, is another wonderful, wonderful athlete, local man. Throwing the whips, Lombardi. Miles Kelsey just behind him there. I haven't seen Miles the whole race. Oh, they're coming out now. The word's out. It's got out on the Fibre Time networks, that's for sure. And they're coming down to get a first-hand taste of the Songo.info Champions race here. The locals from Kayamandi. Gently does it, Louise Gies, making sure she stays out of the way of those going a little bit faster. Benno Willett. Dylan van der Merwe, he adheres to the course and goes around the full berm. Thomas, there he goes, just been passed by his dad, lapped by his dad, Thomas Willett. No problem for Andrew Neertling, just pops over the track. And Nikki Hayward does her thing, just making sure no one's behind her. Of course, in her time, many Absa Cape epics under her belt. So here comes Conrad Stolz. In the colours of that Stellenbosch High School Academy, Conrad, are running a great program. And in its early times, that's Miles Kelsey. Might have had a problem with his bike, Miles, because we haven't seen much of him on the course. But he's back and riding. How cool are those Ineos Grenadiers vehicles parked nicely on the slope there, presiding over this as they go through now. Boole, then it's Thomas Willett and Andrew Nietling. Through on another lap. This could be his last lap. It might not be because he's going so fast. Lap 5, he could get 6 laps in. 20 minutes plus 1 is the format here. Dylan van der Merwe. Boy, he is cooking around here. Is Matt Lombardi. There's no one even on the hill. Tell you what, it's like he put the pizza in the oven before the race and he wants to get back to take it out before it burns. And he will do at this stage because he is smashing it. Look at that. No one. Eventually, there's Benno Willett. He might have had to ask Cherise to put the pizza in the oven because he will be a bit longer. Thomas, well done, Thomas Willett. He's just finished. Here he is, Benno in second place. Dylan van der Merwe behind him. Well, Benno shows that he isn't just the man behind the scenes. This man is super strong. Look forward to hearing his insight over next week's Absa Cape Epic. He'll be in the commentary box, part of the commentary team, bringing his years and years of experience, knowledge, nous and know-how to the race, that's for sure. Matt Lombardi pops onto the track and away he goes. I think Matt just wants to keep lapping here. Well, the wind, I suppose it's not great to be riding in it, but that's the nature of the weather in these parts. It does blow up very often. Conrad Stolz going up that little climb. Doesn't do nearly as much riding and racing as he used to, of course, but he's got his hands full with his family and his business, trail building, and Caveman Trails, and he's now involved at the school as the man running. Whoops, he didn't quite get that one right. Benno. Here we go. Let's dig up and onto the flat section at last. Well, the e-bike does help to a degree, but not all the way. You've still got to pedal. You've still got to do the work to propel the bike. Jason Bull stees from the man. He is super skilled and fast on a downhill bike and enduros. There's perhaps, although he's done a lot of the cross-country races, he's done a lot of marathon races over the years. Eyes the gap and takes the shortcut. Nietling. There's the bell. So we're on the final lap. Well, the e-bike is revolutionized the sport in many ways. The introduction of e-bikes. There is a racing element to them for sure. Riders who like to race and can race them, but it has afforded so many people who might ordinarily not have taken to the sport of mountain biking or cycling to take it on. For whatever reason, they aren't able to train and to prepare, but they just love riding a bike, and the e-bike is their ticket to the ride and the fun that mountain biking and cycling brings. Of course, riders like these, the trail riders, the downhillers, the enduro racers, they use them for training. They bullet up the climbs, and instead of doing maybe 2 repeats, they can do 10 on a morning up in Jonkershoek or wherever it is they might be riding. And so it does give them that opportunity. Benno Willett in second place now. He's really put in a strong back end of this race, Benno. He was a slowish starter, but got stronger and stronger. There's no stopping this man, Matt Lombardi. One last time. Whoops, in he goes onto the BMX track. Let's see them go. 1, 2 whips, one side, left and right. Over the double. Manuel's over. Now he can finish it off here. And he's on his way. Jason Bull, a little bit off the pace now, Jason. He was in the mix. Wonderful documentary of the sport as well on social media, Jason. Needles, Andrew Nietling, fading a little. Now, be careful, be careful, be careful, please. Safely across the trail. Here we go, Matt Lombardi on his wheel, young Thomas Willett, age of 9. What an opportunity for the 9-year-old to be part of this incredible experience. The 10th Champions Race, Songo.info Champions Race, brought to you in conjunction with Fiber Time. Dylan van der Merwe. Finish awaits. Nick Lamont on the mic together with Max Clear. They're going to bring home the winner here in the e-bike race. It is Matt Lombardi. Here he comes, Matt Lombardi, second year in a row, winner of the e-bike race here at the Songo.info Champions Race. Brought to you by Fiber Time in conjunction with 91 Asset Management and Ineos Grenadiers. Top class ride by a fantastic rider in Matt Lombardi. Looks like Benno Willett would have got up for second place, and then Dylan van der Merwe in third. Andrew Nietling, Conrad Stolz, legends of sport in South Africa, perhaps unsung heroes over the years. Unfortunately, the sports didn't garner the type of support that they did. There's Nicky Hayward crosses the line as well from the Trail Angels in Cape Town. So it looked like Benno Willett, then Dylan van der Merwe got home for third place. So e-bike race, unbelievable speeds doing around here as Nietling snakes through the houses. Tricks aplenty there from Jason Bull as he puts the finishing touches to his race. Here we go, the wheelie. Yes, it is. Don't do anything you wouldn't do at home. Mind you, that man knows his way around a bike. So there's Andrew Nietling plonks down the big air, and with him Conrad Stolz. Probably down in 5th and 6th place, Nietling. And the caveman, Conrad Stolz, a wonderful ride ambassador for Specialized for so many years, and now contributing still to the sport through his the Stellenbosch Cycling Academy, Mountain Bike Academy, Stellenbosch High School, and of course as a trail builder here in Stellenbosch. Cars rolling in. It's the place to be. It is certainly the place to be, but if you bring one of these cars, an Ineos Grenadier, you will stand out from the crowd.
Songo.info is a sport and educational charity in Kayamandi. As Ineos Grenadier, it is important for us to support grassroots developments just like Songo has done in their community.
Songo.info. Kanya, up you come, please. Great riding from the local lass, Kanya, as she takes second place today. Darren Stowe, race director from Songo.info, handing over that trophy to Kanya. At first place today, representing the Trail Angels, Lena on the analog machine. Big smile, so good to see the Trail Angels booking in for this year's event. They're never going to miss it again, but incredible results from them. Christoph Sauser coming through for the photograph, so stay there. Christoph's going to come join you quickly, ladies. He's just finishing his warm-up. Christoph's going to jump up on the podium for a photograph with our Open Women's athletes today. Christoph, good afternoon, sir. All right, there he is, founder of Songo.info, 5 times an Olympic medalist, Christoph Sauser from Songo.info here with both Kanya Zappa and Lena Ronga, your 2025 Songo.info Champions Race. Next up, we go to the men. Here's what it looked like overall. Third place, Jan Fregen. In second place, Michiel Groenewald. And in first place, it's Connor Kitchen. Christoph Sauser handing over those trophies for the athletes and congratulating them on their success here. This is the biggest field we've ever had in the Open category. 35 riders taking part today. Give them a massive round of applause. All right, we go now into the e-bike category. The e-bike women, here's what it looked like today. In third place from the Angels, Nikki Hayward. In second place for the Troll Angels, Louise Gears. Because it's Gears, not G's. And in first place for Songo.info, Denise White. Congratulations to our e-bike women's category. Christoph Salsa there to hand over the trophies. So good to see the e-bikes getting involved. Welcome to our incredible women here this afternoon, taking part and representing the 10th edition here at the Songo.info Champions Race. Brought to you, of course, by the incredible Fiver Time and partnered with the likes of 91 and Ineos Grenadiers. We go now to the final category of this session, and that, of course, is your men e-bike category. In third place, it's Van der Merwe. Going out like a scolded cat early on, making the guys fearsome and terrified. But whoever holds on to third space, the racing snake is in the house. In second place, Benno Willits. What a great ride, started off slow and just worked his way through the field. A master on the e-bike, multiple winner of the One Swells e-bike events, and father to Thomas Willits as well. And in first place, ladies and gentlemen, defending his title from 2024, the indomitable Matthew Lombardi. Taking 3 minutes and 14 seconds left on the e-bike on the 2.4 kilometers. Christoph Salsa handing over those trophies with a big smile. And he must be looking back in amazement to see how this event continues to grow in stature. And so nice to introduce that e-bike category a couple of years ago. Christoph Salsa here to take part in yet another academic. Remember, a 5 times elite men's winner holding the record with Carl Blutz. And of course, Olympic medalist and 4 times world champion. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the end of our prize game. We have the track open for another 18 minutes for practice. So elite men and women on the track, practice for the next 18 minutes before we go through to the elite women's corner. Good afternoon and welcome those of you just joining us. This is the 10th edition of the Songo.info Champions Race, title partnered with Fiver Time and brought to you in association with the team from 91 and Ineos Grenadiers.
How's it everyone? TK, Western Cape Fiber Time CSP. I'm here with Councillor Ayanda Tomose in Kayamandi, one of our area where we started building fiber time, deploying fiber time to the community and largely connecting almost 11,000 homes in this community. Today I just want to ask Councillor about the impact of fiber time in his community and also the impact we are contributing by partnering with organization like Songo through this event that we are having today in the community at large. Councillor, how are you? Khuluma mfethu fiber time ifikile sina 3 years sekasi lakho 2 years sisponsorisha uSongo ubona kanjani uthini wena into siyenzayo emphakathini since sifike?
Sure. Look, it has made huge impact. Let's start with Songo and their activities. They take away children from the streets. They teach them after hours doing their homeworks and everything, which is perfect for the community because it means development for the young people. If we talk about my favorite fiber network, fiber time. Look, fiber time, started, at a very slow pace. We're not sure, hey, what is this thing, fiber time in our informal settlements? But fiber time has proven us wrong. To think that fiber internet cannot go as far as to an informal settlement in a shack. Today, you have said it, more than 11,000 homes are connected. And you sit in your own safe space and you access internet. And it has actually taken away the risk of being robbed while standing in a hotspot on the street. Now you can do everything at your comfort zone in your home. You search for work, you do your homeworks, and you start building yourself on internet. So it has done a huge impact.
No, thank you, Councillor. Thank you very much. And it's exactly what we are doing, guys. We're not only connecting Kayamandi, we're spread out throughout Western Cape. We are connecting Mfuleni. We have started building Weke, Kukuletu, Nyanga Crossroad. Beyond Western Cape, you can find us now in a community nearby. At Kavecha, we are there in PE. We are extending towards East London. We are there in Gauteng. We're trying our best to connect as many as possible communities as we can in township. Is it a shack? Is it a brick and mortar house? Is it a local tavern? Is it a church? Whatsoever. As long as you access yombani kamaspala, umbani usemthethweni, legal electricity, you'll get your 5 rand 24 hours connection of unlimited internet, uncapped, no data depleted, no storage whatsoever. We want you to enjoy internet at the safety of your home, at the comfort of the community. Do the things that you do. That's why we are #ConnectAwayawaya.
We say, what time is it?
It's fiber time.
Hi, I'm Christoph Sauser, the founder of Songo.info. With a friend, we created this charity in 2008. First we built a BMX track and got some mountain bikes, but it wasn't just about riding. We very quickly found out, hey, we also want to do education that the kids benefit for the long term, to have a sustainable impact for them and also find connections. So that it's really a life impact, and that's our goal we strive for Songo.
For Songo.info. It's my pleasure this afternoon to start introducing to you our elite women's field joining us here on the start line. In no particular order, please help me welcome from Namibia, Vera Losa, 2022 Epic winner, 4-time stage winner, last year's overall World Cup Marathon Series. For the USA, Alexis Skarda. For the official SCB Shred team, she'll be riding alongside Vera at this year's APSA Cape Epic. Welcome to Margot Machete from France, Team Efforts. Joining her, Samara Shepherd of New Zealand, also for Team Efforts. Coming at you, the 2025 Xterra South African champion, the youngster Andrea Schofma. For She Untamed out of Mauritius, Ariel Holbachs and Sarah Hill from South Africa. Songo.info Khaleesi Foundation. Please help me welcome Cherise Willett and Isla Scott. For Team F, it's Ella Boer from Australia and Anna Sims from Canada. Any other elite women, please make your way to the start line. Thank you. Sam Saunders in the house, coefficient, Infinity and Shaw, South African cross-country marathon and cross-country champion. She'll be racing in the mixed category of the Toyota mixed category at the Absa Cape Epic this year. There they are, lined up and ready to go. We get ready for the countdown. Join us here on the start line. A big welcome to our viewers, not only here in Stellenbosch at Kaimandi, but from around the world, joining us on the Father Time live stream. This is your 10th edition of your Father Time Songo.info Champions Race. 30 seconds. It's 20 minutes. Should be 5 laps in total if they time it right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 seconds to start. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go! So there it is, as they get out onto the track. How many laps will they do? Will it be 4? Will it be 5? The lead bike out at the moment. Alexis Schuyler ripping it up early on. Sam Saunders is there, Vera Lossa is there. Cherise Willett chilling there in the mid-pack at the moment as they make their way onto the field and up towards the...
So they're underway in the elite women's race here at the 10th edition of the Songo.info Champions Race, presented by Fibre Time and in conjunction with 91 Asset Management and Ineos Grenadiers. We're lovely to have you with us on a breezy, hot evening here in Stellenbosch. It is a glorious place to be. It is the most unique race in the world, surely, as they climb up this switchback climb and then head in towards the mountains. It's Alexis Schuyler from the United States in the lead here. And then just behind her, Andreas Schoffman, Vera Lossa also in there. Samara Shepherd is in there. Isla Stowe, Sarah Hill, Aurelie Holbachs, and right at the back, Cherise Willett. I don't say right at the back, but she's in that group. And within touch of the lead as well. So 20 minutes plus 1 lap. So around about 5 to 6 laps of this course. Probably 5 at the speed they're going. And they will come out next to that fence line and then drop onto the BMX track, which is the heart and soul of the Songo.info program here in Kaimandi, on the outskirts of Stellenbosch, the second oldest township in the country, and now very much the suburb, but part and parcel and the heartbeat of Stellenbosch, and has been for around about 70 years. Kaimandi means nice home in Xhosa. And for many, this is their home as they look down on this course. And the Songo.info program is a program that gives youngsters in the community, when their parents are out working hard, they come home from school, gives them the opportunity, if they sign up to the program, to get aftercare and homework assistance in the school. They'll go right past the school, these riders. And at the moment, there's some 130 youngsters who are given that opportunity. They're full-time teachers here from 9 in the morning until 6 in the evening. It is an amazing program supported by 91 Asset Management and many other sponsors. But it all started as a brainchild of Songo Fipaza, resident of the community here. And when he bumped into Christoph Sauser, one of the all-time greats of the sport many years ago, they hatched the plan, and so it is still going. Alexis Schuyler on the front here, Andrea Schoffman behind her, then Vera Lossa, Marga Moschetti, and Samara Shepherd. They're all streaming through here. First lap of this race, Cherise Willett and Aurelie Holbachs of Mauritius on the back there, former mixed race winner at the Absa Cape Epic. All these races taking part in the Absa Cape Epic. So the field is this: Ella Brewer from Austria, Hannah Sims from Canada, Margot Moschetti from France, the French marathon champion, Andrea Schoffman from down the road here in Stellenbosch, Aurelie Holbachs from Mauritius, Vera Lossa, the Namibian former Absa Cape Epic champion, Samara Shepherd from New Zealand, although resident in Australia, Isla Stowe from South Africa, as well as Cherise Willett, Sarah Hill, Sam Sanders, and America's Alexis Skarda, a multiple marathon champion and former cross-country champion in the United States. All tightly packed as they come snaking through the town, through the streets of Kayamandi. Amazing. There is Samantha Sanders, Isla Stowe, and Cherise Willett. They'll be riding the Absa Cape Epic together. The motorbike down, the lead bike, he's got to get well clear because here they come. And it looks like Vera Lossa has got the lead. And then it's Andrea Schoffman and it is Alexis Skarda. So Vera, then it's Andrea, Alexis Skarda, Margot Moschetti, Samara Shepherd, Sam Sanders, Sarah Hill, Infinity Efficient and Sure, and Cherise Willett and Isla Stowe. Don't want to do anything out of the ordinary here. The three riders starting to prize their way off as they head into their second lap. The toughest part of this lap is this switchback climb. Vera Lossa, winner of the Marathon World Series last year. She is quite supreme in the marathon discipline. Multiple Namibian champion on the road and the mountain bike. Spends much of a year racing in Europe. Has raced the Lifetime Grand Prix Series in the United States. A couple of races there. And the woman behind her, Alexis Skarda, very much part and parcel of that Lifetime Series, having finished 4th overall last year in that Grand Prix Series. Just behind her from Renish High School originally, now living here in Stellenbosch, working at a bike shop and a coffee shop down the road, but riding her bike brilliantly, Andrea Schoffman. Isla Stowe leading her partner, Cherise Willett. Partner, I say, from the Absa Cape Epic. That's coming up very shortly. And right at the back here, Hannah Sims with Aurelie Holbachs. Back for another Absa Cape Epic. She's riding alongside Sarah Hill in the Absa Cape Epic. Well, this event's been going 10 years, and over the years it has had the most incredible champions winning this event. Annika Langveld, who is here apparently but not racing this event. Flora Duffy, an Olympic, double Olympic triathlon champion. Anna van der Breggen, who won the Absa Cape Epic alongside Annika Langveld in 2019. She won this race that same year. Nadine Rieder, the German champion, and Terpstra won it in 2024 and went on to win the Absa Cape Epic. So it bodes well, that does certainly. Vera Lossa drops down onto the BMX track. Keeping it safe, not going to risk getting air. We saw the e-bikers a little bit earlier. The Cavalier e-bikers, Matt Lombardi, Andrew Neertling and the like, doing their thing on here. Just flying these doubles. But as a marathon specialist and with the huge appointment of the Absa Cape Epic on Sunday, these riders do not want to take any undue risks. Keeping it safe. Moschetti, Samara Shepherd and Andrea Schoffman's dropped down now to 5th place. Sam Sanders in great form this year. Sam Sanders, a winner last weekend at a marathon race up country in the Trail Seeker Series. She won the very, very tough Attakwas Extreme race in the Klein Karoo earlier this year. Isla Stowe and Cherise Willett just enjoying the opportunity to get the legs going ahead of the Absa Cape Epic. Hannah Sims and Aurelie Holbachs off the BMX track, past the school buildings, right past us here, into the town of Kayamandi. A vibrant community it is. It is Lossa, Skarda, Schoffman, Moschetti. In fact, it's Samara Shepherd now in 3rd, ahead of Moschetti, and then Andrea Schoffman. Down on the field, that's where they'll be dropping down that descent. The men are warming up. There's the defending champion, Matt Beers, in the white jersey. doing his thing, defending champion at this event. And of course the Absa Cape Epic as well, heading out to try and win it for a 4th time on Sunday. Yeah. There they go. It's all bunched together now. They're all together. This is going to be a hell of a race. 5 of them. So Vera Lossa, Marathon World Series winner, doing her thing here on the shorter track. She's a supreme athlete. Alexa Scarter on her wheel. Samara Shepherd, the New Zealander. Both Samara Shepherd and Alexa Scarter started out life as track athletes, but injuries steered them the way of mountain biking. Although Samara's, to be fair, her father was an extreme athlete and a mountain biker. And once those injuries took on, she followed his advice. And now she takes Alexa Scarter. A little surge to get onto the climb ahead of the American. They dig deep here. Finished 3rd of the Absa Cape Epic, did Samara, together with Sophia Gomez-Villafan. And Vera Lossa starting to feel the heat from behind. Samara Shepherd feeling strong, feeling good. Up the climb, digging deep, spinning it out in granny. Up they go. Margot Moschetti, the French champion. And she, of course, 2nd in the under-23 World Championships to none other than Yolanda Neff in Norway in 2014. 8th at the Marathon World. Sam Sanders of Efficient Infinity Insure goes through. She'll be riding the mixed with Rian Weideman, defending their title at the Absa Cape Epic in a few days' time. Sarah Hill, rock solid and steady as ever. Cherise Willate and Isla Stowe bent over their handlebars. Just shows you how steep this is. I'm going to catch a glimpse of Cherie Redeker. May well be standing watching from the sidelines, a former South African champion on the cross-country scene. And a Sims goes through. And Aurelie Holbachs. A full field in this women's elite race. On their 3rd lap. And there's nothing to choose between these 3. Lossa, Shepherd. Of course, Vera married to Swiss mountain bike legend, marathon star Connie. Spend a lot of time in Europe, of course, and in Namibia. Beautiful places to ride your bikes, as is this wonderful place. As the sun starts casting beautiful shadows over the mountain bike, the BMX track here, they'll pass right past the Songo.info school. Margot Moschetti just in touch in 5th place is the French champion. Andrea Schoffman, fresh from winning the South African Xterra title in Gebou. Cross-country star as a junior and under-23. Sam Sanders, just behind her in 6th place. Well, it's if Cherise and Isla are quite content to just use this as a really good opportunity to ride out the legs ahead of the Absa Cape Epic Prologue on Sunday at Mirandal. But this is the race now. Lossa, Shepherd, Scarter, Moschetti. Fiber time corner. Fiber time, bringing fiber connectivity to Kayamandi as a first about a year and a half ago, and they've connected well over 25,000 households. And it's wonderful. Uncapped 100 megabytes per second fiber for R5 a day. They sell the internet in the townships, in every home, every shack, wherever you are. And they make it accessible by selling daily vouchers, so it's pay as you go rather than paying up front. So use it when you need it. It's a real gateway to the digital world for the people of Kayamandi and other similar communities, which is where they're rolling it out as well, Fibre Time. Rolling it out now, these three riders. Probably got one more lap after this. That's the descent. It's very, very intimidating if you come over there at speed. Samara Shepherd attacks. She did this on the previous lap and she went past Alexa Skada. Now she's got past Vera Lossa. The New Zealander has the lead at a crucial time in this race. Up the climb. There are not too many overtaking opportunities. That down there is perhaps one of them, and she's used it on the last 2 laps to move herself from 3rd to 1st place. Raced in Stellenbosch down the road here in 2018 at the World Cup here. The epic World Cup that was such an incredible occasion. You can almost see that track from up here on the top of the mountain. Samara Shepherd goes through. Then Vera Lossa, Alexa Skada trying to hold on to the Namibian. Opportunity to come out and enjoy world-class racing on the doorstep here. Looking over Stellenbosch. That Stellenbosch mountain in the distance and Jonkershoek to the left of it. Well, those are just iconic areas to ride mountain bikes. There's Andrea Schoffman now. Looks as though she might have had a fall. No. On the left shoulder there, a little bit of dirt. Sam Sanders. As gritty as they come, but a marathon specialist. Well, they did start out her career as a bit of a multi-sport athlete. Wonderful. Those youngsters in the red there from the Stellenbosch High School Mountain Bike Academy under Conrad Stolz. They've ridden earlier today. Had a chance to strut their stuff and show their wares on this course. But they've been guided through their schooling and using mountain bike as the vehicle. Well, look at this lead for Samara Shepherd. Attacked at the bottom on the flat section into the climb, and look at that lead. She's built a 3-4 second advantage. Hugely impressive by the New Zealander. Whilst athletes around the world during the COVID pandemic and the lockdowns were doing indoor training, she stepped away from her sport and focused on her studies and did a master's in public health. So aware of the need in that area for the qualified clinicians, and so she's qualified in public health and also racing her bike very, very impressively. Sarah Hill and Aurélie Holbachs. Margot Moschetti, 31-year-old French marathon champion, 8th of the world champs in the marathon last year in 2024. So they'll probably have one more lap as they head down the hill and through the start finish as the motorbike goes through Fibre Time corner. Very shortly they'll come flying through there. Schoffman, they've gone in a flash. Samara Shepherd. Has she done enough? Alexis Scott and Vera Lossa a little bit off the pace. There they go, making their way home from a day of work. The people of Kayamandi. Well, this will be something they don't see every day, that's for sure. In fact, only 10 times. This being the 10th anniversary of the Songo.info Champions Race. The first year, just a handful of riders invited to take part by Christoph Sauser and Songo Fipaza. And over the years, well, the greats of the sport have been part and parcel of this. It really is incredible. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, Olympic champion, as well as Nino Schurter and Tom Pidcock, 3 Olympic champions. In fact, Tom Pidcock in 2020 took part in this, and the shutdown happened soon after that. I think he was 2nd or 3rd that year in the men's race. The next race he took part in 2020, he won. It was the World Championships. Nicole Kohler, Howard Grotz, the likes of Kate Courtney, a former world champion, of course Candice Lill of South Africa, not racing the Absa Cape Epic this year. Ariane Lutia, 3-time women's winner of the Absa Cape Epic. But Samara Shepherd is putting this one to bed. Really impressive ride. She's in great form at the moment, Samara Shepherd. And that bodes very well indeed. She'll be racing with Margot Moschetti in the Absa Cape Epic. Moschetti a little off the pace, but this is a very different discipline. A flat out intense effort for 20 minutes. No holding back. These are athletes of the highest order. So Alexis Skada. On her wheel is Vera Lossa. And of course they will be teaming up for the second time in the Absa Cape Epic, having finished third last year. Lossa the winner the previous year, 2023. There is Margot Moschetti, Samara Shepherd's partner. Different kettle of fish on Sunday and for the next week of the Absa Cape Epic, where they have to manage each other and make sure that they don't get separated. And one rider will be feeling strong one day, the other another day. Sarah Hill and Aurelie Holbachs come past the houses, past the washing hanging out to dry, the marshal watching carefully, and the football team preparing for their practice session down on the field below. Life goes on in Kayamandi. It is vibrant, it is diverse, it is active, and it is a real vibe today on the day of the 10th edition of the Songo.info Champions Race. And champions we've got here for sure. Samara Shepherd drops into the BMX track, perhaps for the last time. And she has got plenty of time in hand here. This has been a massively impressive ride by Shepherd. Took on the Lifetime Grand Prix Series in the United States last year. Was third in the Epic last year, of course, as well. Skada and Lossa, teammates in a week's time, racing against each other here, but I don't think they'll be doing anything too risky. And Margot Moschetti, former World Championship silver medalist behind Yolanda Neff in the cross-country discipline in 2014. 11 years later as the marathon champion of France. How riders evolve in different ways and find the niche that suits them best. And this is Andrea Skoffman from Stellenbosch. Samara Shepherd, this is indeed her final lap. Final lap also for Andreas Hoffman. There is Alexis Skada, Vera Lossa first, second and third at the moment. Samantha Sanders in fifth place. Steady ride from Sam Sanders, former marathon champion of South Africa. Motorbike gets across, and here she comes, the winner of the 2025 10th edition of the Songo.info Champions Race with Fibre Time. It is Samara Shepherd. Well, she joins a really elite group of champions. Annika Langveld, Flora Duffy, Ariane Kleinans, Anna van der Breggen, Nadine Reeder, and Anne Terpstra as a champion here. Second place to Alexis Skada of the United States. A great start from her. And Vera Lossa had the lead for a little while as well. The Namibian rolling home in third place. What a race. What a ride by Samara Shepherd. She was probably about fourth or fifth after the first lap, and she just started clawing her way back, put the hammer down with 2 laps to go into third place when she passed Vera Lossa. And then in the same spot overtook Alexis Skada to take the lead and take the win. Well done, Samara Shepherd, winner of the Songo.info Champions Race here. They'll be well pleased with that. She'll be pleased with her condition ahead of the Absa Cape Epic, that's for sure. Andrea Schoffman won't be racing that. But that's another good hit out for the talented young rider from Stellenbosch. There is the American Alexis Skada. Further back, it's Sarah Hill and Aurelie Holbachs, the South African and the Mauritian, who will be venturing out in the She Untamed Absa She Untamed team, as Sam Sanders, who will be racing in the mixed with Rian Weideman, defending their title there. They are a real force to be reckoned with in that category. Sam has completed safely the 20 minutes plus 1, 5 laps of this incredible track. Absolutely amazing. 2.5 Ks around the narrow streets, alleys and pathways of Kayamandi as a youngster dashes across. Just safely done. The marshal's doing a grand job. Full involvement from the community here. Fibre Time, a local company contributing massively. The team are finished. There they come. The Khaleesi Foundation, Songo.info team of Cherise Willate and Isla Stowe. So, Simonsburg Mountain in the distance. Clutisville and Ida's Valley just up the road. That's Clutisville in the other side of the R44. And then Ida's Valley just over the mountain. And a beautiful setting it is for one of the most unique races, as Sarah Hill and Aurelie Holbachs roll down to complete their race. 91 really have been incredible in their support of the Songo.info program here. Making sure that youngsters who come home from school, that their parents are out working until late, the youngsters get channeled into the program in the school here, and under the guidance of skilled teachers, patient teachers, they've got equipment to get them through their homework and to do other skills and work, and once they've done that, they earn the right to go and ride their bikes. Riding their bikes, Aurelie Holbachs and Sarah Hill completing the Champions Race, the Songo.info Champions Race with Fibre Time. Well, what a race that was, our women's elite race. Well, you thought that was busy. We had 12 riders. The next race is our last race, and it is next level. The quality of the field, the size of the field, absolutely unbelievable. 35 riders, and we have got world champions, we've got continental champions, we've got national champions, we've got champions in their own garden, we've got everyone here. They really are just an amazing collection of South Africans and international riders, Austrians, Canadians, New Zealanders, those from the mountain kingdom of Lesotho. For those of you who are not sure where it is, it's a landlocked country in the center of South Africa, and it's the most spectacular country. Mountains all over the place. Switzerland, Christoph Sauser, the former world champion, Olympic medalist, and 5-time Absa Cape Epic winner and 3-time winner of this race here as well. Christoph at his prime was the very best in the business. Matt Beers, South Africa's star racer on the marathon scene. Of course, Alan Hatherley is our world champion in cross country. Alan's not here. Of course, he has other duties racing on the road at the moment. But Matt Beers is here. Marco Hubert, well, he's one of the form riders domestically, and much expected of him today and in the Absa Cape Epic. The team of Insect Science, Arno de Toy and Keegan Bontekoning. Then Luke Moyer, well, a former top 5 finisher at the World Championships as a junior. He's been in the top 10 as an under 23 in cross country, and last year was in that mix all the way through on the under 23 program. And let's hope that this year Luke finds the means through a sponsorship and a deal to race at the very highest level, because that man is arguably our next big star on the cross country scene. Then we've got Mark Pritson. There is Christoph Sauser. Well, let's get them introduced.
From South Africa, Matthew Beers for Toyota Songo. Then, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome a cross-country phenomenon from South Africa, podiuming around the world last year in the under-23, Luke Moyer. A man that needs no introductions, winning 3 stages at last year's Cape Epic for Buff Megabo, Hunt Becking. And then, ladies and gentlemen, 2 stars from the African continent. Please help me welcome from Lesotho, the Olympian, Patetso Monise. Also from Lesotho, Tumelo Makai. And from South Africa, for Pampa Peace, all of them, Minati Numalo. From Austria, help me welcome Felix Ritzinger. Corey Wallace, Canada. Johan Hoekela, Netherlands. From New Zealand, Ben and Craig Oliver. Marco Joubert, South Africa. And Vuko Kemchak, the current leader of the South African National Marathon Series. Arnold Atoy, Keegan Bontekoning, Insect Science. Daniel Duplessis, JP Duplessis. For Honeycomb, 226ers, Julian Jessup, Mark Princeton, Vessel Butter. William Fiat, Daniel Van der Balt, Trevor Stedman, Johan van Zyl, Rousseau Becker, Herman Farid, Cornelia Beckers, Zizo Chingana, Neil van der Vijver, Jean van Zyl, Eric Kleinans, Nika Duffin, Mark van Zyl, Torrent Bird, Julian Buffon, Jens Roth, Rainer Owen, the current South African Xterra champion, all to the start line. And everyone else, please join us if you weren't in that start list. This is your class of 2025 at your 5-a-time Songo.info Champions Race. 15 seconds to start. 15 seconds to start. A reminder, there is an 80% rule that will be brought into play if you get pulled off the course. Please listen. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Away they go. This is incredible. A 35 rider field head off on 20 minutes plus 1 lap in year 10 of the Songo.info Champions Race presented by Fiber Time. It is a stacked field of champions, former and past and present, and wannabes all in here wanting to do their thing. It is amazing. And the man who won the first 3, Christoph Sauser, was right in the middle of that start shoot. I think he's been swamped now because I think the man gone to the front is Hans Becking, the Dutch superstar. He is indeed. Hans Becking is right on the front of this field, and that is fantastic to see. Luke Moyer, third wheel. There's Felix Ritzinger in there. Matt Beers is in there. Arnold de Toy. Travis Stedman. There's Sauser. Keegan Bontekoning. Johan van Zyl. They're all in here. What a mix. Rousseau Becker. Tristan McGibbon, the youngster. There is a young man called Nika Duffin, who's thrown his hat in the ring here and a chance to ride with champions. What a thing. What a thing. Eric Kleinans at the back there. Former multiple Absa Cape Epic mixed race winner and a race winner over the years in South Africa, but he's riding another Absa Cape Epic this year, so why not come and ride this? So out of that dust they will come. It is such a mix. Ritzinger, the Austrian. Those races on the road as well. Spent 102 Ks in the break at the European Road Race Championships last year. So Hans Becking. He's not racing the Absa Cape Epic this year, is Hans Becking. Onto the BMX track for the first time. Amazing scenes as these superstars of the sport put themselves out there. few shortcuts, whatever it takes, get to the finish. Neil van der Pfeiffer, young learner from Polrus Gymnasium down the road, in the mix there as well, in the Liat colours. Amazing vibe as they go through past the Songo school here, which is the heart and soul. That's the New Zealand marathon champion, Craig Oliver. Wow, it's jam-packed and stacked here at the front end. Ben Oliver from New Zealand. His brother Craig is a marathon champion. Johnny Hoogerland, the former World Tour road racer. Done 7 Grand Tours in his time. William Piat there for Team Honeycomb. Over they go. Luke Moyer has gone to the front of this race. Oh, the racing is full on. Ben Oliver and Luke Moyer. Hans Becking in third. So, Moyer, Oliver, Becking, Craig Oliver. And it looks like Unat Gumalo is in 5th place here. Going really well in the cross-country series at the moment is Unati. Moyer, he was in the break and in the mix to win the Cape Town Cycle Tour on Sunday. Initiated the race-winning break up Seikabossi, but just couldn't get to the sprint as the chase group caught them. So Ben Oliver is behind Luke Moyer, and his brother Craig Oliver, they'll be riding the Cape Epic together, is on his wheel in the New Zealand Marathon Champions jerseys. Then it's Becking, Beers, Namalo coming on the inside. Arnaud du Toit. Mark Pritson is in there as well. There's JP Duplessis, a young man from Stellenbosch. There's 2 more Toyota Specialized races in Travis Stedman and Johan van Zyl. Neil van der Pfeiffer in the luminous Liat colours. Rousseau Becker, Tristan McGiven. There's Johnny Hoogerland. They're all in here. Unbelievable the quality of this year. Corey Wallace there in the green and gold. A multiple 6-time, in fact he's the current 24-hour solo world champion. 24-hour solo world champion. Real extreme. This is at the other extreme. Tyrone Bird there, trail rider. The most skilled rider imaginable. Putting himself in the mix. Why not? Why not? Here's a chance. You can't do it anywhere else. You can't do this at a World Cup. You can't do it at a World Championships or at an APSA Cape. You can do it here at the Songo.info Champions Race with Fibre Time. Moyer, Oliver and Oliver. Well, Luke Moyer is supremely gifted and incredibly dedicated to his sport. He is hoping that he gets the opportunity to show us what he's worth today on the World Cup circuit, or this year on the World Cup circuit. Matt Pears had moved himself into 4th place there. Then it's going to be a fight with Arnaud du Toit in the mix as well. Hans Becking, early start is fading. Johan van Zyl, Travis Stedman, Keegan Bontekoning, JP van Zyl there. JP Duplessis. There's Christoph Sazer. Just behind him, Neil van der Pfeiffer. What an opportunity for young Neil van der Pfeiffer. Still at Polrus Gymnasium School, but he's sitting on the wheel of a former world champion and APSA Cape Epic winner. In the dust here on this incredible BMX track. Moyer, Oliver, Beers, and du Toit. The lead group has settled itself down here, I fancy. Mark Pritson, Martin Gomala, there is Hans Becking. All on. The cheering all around Kayamandi. What a race young JP Duplessis is having. Tyrone Bird. Well, he likes to go downhill very, very fast, but he's not too shabby on the jumps as well. Look at that descent. It's scary. You get it wrong there, you can buy the farm. But they are all safe and sound. These are consummate professionals. They know what they're doing. So they roll over the line. 5 in that lead group. 1 chasing on. Looks like Pritson is trying to latch on to the back of that group. Ben Oliver will do the work now. His brother Craig on his wheel. Then Luke Moyer. Matt Beers is holding firm. Arne de Toy. It's on here. It is. They're all ganging up now. The key moment, this is about the only overtaking spot we see on this course. And the New Zealanders, well, they want to make it a double here because Samara Shepherd of New Zealand won the women's elite race. Can they make it a double at the Songo.info Champions race? It was 5 at time. Luke Moyer will try and stop them. Matt Beers wants to defend his title that he won a year ago. Alan Hatherley's won this title, of course. He's now the world champion. Sam Gaze is an XCC world champion. They're all in here. Naiti Umalo just ahead of Hans Becking, the Dutch champion. Johan van Sail. Keegan Bontekoning. Herman Faree. William Peart riding for Honeycomb. This is Travis Stedman. South African road race champion of a few years ago. On his wheel is JP du Plessis. There's Neil van der Vyver ahead of Christoph Sauser. Tumelo Marke of Pump for Peace. Going very nicely indeed is Tumelo. Jan van Sail. Rousseau Becker. Cronje Bierkes. There's Ritzinger. And Corey Wallace getting lapped as we just caught a glimpse there of the locks of Patetso Monese, the 40-year-old who's still racing at a high level for Lesotho. Went to the Olympics in Rio in 2016. Ben Oliver, Craig Oliver, flying into the Stellenbosch evening air. Wonderful, wonderful scenes and sights here. Luke Moyer is arguably the most accomplished of the cross-country races here. Beers takes a little nip and has Arne de Toy and Mark Pritson on his wheel. That looks like the lead group from which the champion, the winner, should come. Becking and Ngomalo. Johan van Sail. But further ahead, the race is happening. In fact, I think that's Wessel Botha of the Honeycomb team in the top 5 there. So lap 3 it is. Remember, 20 minutes. Probably do another 3. Now, Craig Oliver on the front, the New Zealand, and well, Luke Moyer's moved into second. Arne de Toy is in there. Now, where is, I think it's Wessel Botha. 6th place. There's Hans Becking. 3-stage wins at last year's Absa Cape Epic. Hans Becking and Wout Alleman. They won't be riding together this year, but Hans will be around. Hope to hear from him and see him at the Absa Cape Epic, because Wout Alleman's riding with Martin Stosek. Onto the grass now, that lead group of 5. They've shrugged off Wessel Botha, the marathon champion of South Africa. They'll be going through the start-finish now. And it is Craig Oliver puts the hammer down. Anything you can do, Luke Moyer can match, and he sits right on his wheel. Will Luke try and attack and take the lead? He knows this track. He raced it last year very successfully. He's trying to get into position here. Craig Oliver keeping the pace high. Ben Oliver on his wheel. Maybe the brothers working together here. No doubt. New Zealand's Craig Oliver, the marathon champion of New Zealand for the last 2 years. A very different discipline this, but he's showing to be highly proficient at the short stuff as well, is Craig Oliver. His brother Ben was a Commonwealth Games silver medalist in Birmingham a couple of years ago on the cross-country scene. Behind Sam Gaze, 1-2 for New Zealand there. Hans Becking, well, he's lost touch with that lead group, but he's got a fairly handy situation in 6th place here. Then Johan van Sail from Paarl and Unati Gomalo of Pump for Peace. Kronier Bierkus, Keegan Bontekoning as they power through. They may take the bell in the next lap, perhaps not. Neil van der Vyver, look out for this man in the future, a real talent. JP Duplessis, who finished at Polrus, where Neil van der Vyver is now, a couple of years ago. Travis Stedman, and just behind him, Christoph Sauser. But this is the sharp end. The all white of Craig Oliver in the lead. Now what tactic can Luke Moyer? You feel he can find a way through here. Big, beautiful skills. Keeps the tempo high enough, Craig Oliver. It'll be very difficult for Moyer to get past him. Beers in 4th place. Then it's Arno de Toy of Insect Science. What a setting, what a race! Like no other, this. It really is extraordinary. Through the streets and the passages, the alleys, and around this track of Kayamandi, the second oldest township in South Africa. And dates back to the late 40s, the dark history of this country. Johnny Hoogerland, famous, unfortunately, for a nasty crash in the 2011 Tour de France that went viral as he was knocked off the bike together with a few other riders into a barbed wire fence that ripped his shorts to shreds. But he's out here, and he was racing at the Cape Town Cycle Tour in the break, and he's racing the Absa Cape Epic as well in the RH77 colours. Top 5 go through. Who is going to come out? They've got one explosive lap. Who has still got matches to burn? Fiber Time corner awaits. They'll come flashing through here. Hans Becking. Well, they've gone already. Herman Fourie and the rest. Keegan Bontekoning, Travis Stedman, Mark Pritson, Nati Ngomalo. Over the start line they're going. Look who's in the front. Look who's moved to the front. It is Matt Beers. How has he done that? Where he did he find a way through? But the man, the powerhouse who finished second in the Lifetime Grand Prix Series last year in the United States, a 3-time Absa Cape Epic winner, is on the front. He wants to retain this title, does Beers. Luke Moy on his wheel. The South Africans have put one over the New Zealanders when it matters most, at the deep end of the race. Beers onto the climb. He'll be racing with Keegan Svensson from the United States across brands, but they found a way. The Outright, they're going to support the Outright charity as they race around the Absa Cape Epic. Luke Moyer hanging to the wheel. Craig Oliver, Ben Oliver, and Arno du Toit, former multiple cross-country champion of South Africa through the age groups, Arno. He's won at pretty much everything. But they have exploded away from the group now as Hans Becking begins that climb. What we think will be the last time. Big group behind him closing in on the Dutchman. Look through the dust. And this evening light, spectacular. It's been a bakingly hot day, but what a hot race to finish it off with. Throwing it all in here. 6 riders battling for the minor placings. I think our leaders have gone through. There's Tyrone Bird. Here they come. So, Matt Beers. Can Luke Moyer, engineer, use his incredible cross-country skill and timing to get past him? He just missed out at the Cape Town Cycle Tour on Sunday. The pressure's on from behind Craig. Oh, look at the move from Craig Oliver. He's got through using his skill, and Oliver's gone to the front at a crucial time. So the New Zealander has the lead back again. Beers on his wheel. Then it's Moyer and Ben Oliver. Will it change as they head off the BMX track, past the school and into Kayamandi, what a race we've got on our hands here. Will it change when they come down to the finish? Oh, Hunspecking has been swallowed up by the rest of the field. Now, that's a motorbike. Let's see if we'll see them come through here. Who is leading? That's Tyrone Bird. He's about to be lapped, Tyrone. The leaders may have gone through here. This is 5-time corner. Here they come. Oliver. We just missed. There we go. Oliver, the brothers, and then Moya and Beers. Arnaud du Toit has dropped off. There he goes. He's said, I can't do this at this intense pace for 5 laps. Let them go. Let them fight it out. I'm not going to win. Keep it safe. Snaking through the streets and the alleys here in Kayamandi. What an opportunity. Wonderful, wonderful opportunity to enjoy this. Here is Oliver, Craig and Ben, then Luke Moyer and Matt Beers. Arnaud du Toit. They've got 1 lap. I think this is the last lap. Okay, so this is the final lap. 1 dramatic lap remaining. Beers has lost touch a little bit here. Craig Oliver and his brother Ben are showing some incredible shape at the moment. Ben was second at the National Road Race Championships for New Zealand earlier this year. Luke Moyer is sitting right on the wheel there. Watch for the man in red, Luke Moyer from Cape Town. He will want to make a move here. Might be young at the age of 22, but he's been racing all his life and he knows his way around a cross-country course and he knows how to time and attack. Matt Beers is suffering a little bit in 4th place. The intensity taking a toll on the big man. Craig Oliver, Ben Oliver, and their skin suits nogal. Then it's Luke Moyer and Matt Beers. Arnaud du Toit has lost touch here, so watch them come out from behind the trees. It's a brutally hard race at this pace. That's a man about to be lapped because here come the leaders very shortly. Becking in the Megamo kit, Keegan Bontekonen, Ngati Ngumalo, Cronje Bierkus, Johan van Sale, battle for minor placings here. Here is the lead group, 4 of them now. This is key moment here. Craig Oliver, the champion of New Zealand in the marathon discipline. His brother will try and make sure that Luke Moyer can't find space around him on this BMX track. Moyer will wait. We saw Beers take the lead. We saw Oliver take the lead in this little section, and Beers take the lead inside Kayamandi. So maybe there's an opportunity for Moyer there. Beers looks as though he's backing off. It looks like it's going to be a 3-rider race for the win here. 2025's Songo.info Champions race is building up to an incredibly tense finish. Thrilling racing. There's Arnaud du Toit. His race is done. Happy to just finish off here. They'll come flashing through here very shortly. These riders are going to be passed soon. There's Oliver and his brother Ben. Craig Oliver has a lead here. Something's happened here. Ben is in the lead. Oh, I don't quite know what happened here, but there's been a big gap. Don't see Luke Moyer. Haven't seen him yet. There is Luke Moyer. Luke Moyer has got the lead. He has done it. Luke Moyer has passed Craig Oliver inside Kayamandi, and the star of South African mountain biking cross-country racing is going to take the win here. Luke Moyer, what a race. What a ride. getting the better of Craig Oliver. He did have it. He had the skill, the nous, the timing and the strength to get past the two New Zealanders and take the win. Ben Oliver third and Matt Beers, a bold defense of his title, just couldn't do it in the end here, finishing in fourth place. Wow, what a race. Well, we missed seeing Luke do that in the bowels of Kayamandi there, but he engineered his way past Craig Oliver on the final lap. Well, he is such a demon when it comes to racing. Fiercely competitive, determined to win, and you saw it today. So Luke Moyer adds his name, and it belongs up there with the greats of the sport. Sauser, Koolharvey, Andreasen, Gaze, Hatherley, Beers, and now Luke Moyer in 2025 is the champion of the 2020 Songo.info Champions Race presented by Fibre Time. Worthy champion indeed. Bodes well. Well, of those champions who've won this in the past, Sauser, Koolharvey, Hatherley, Hatherley's a world champion, Andreasen's a world champion under 23 level, and Gaze is a short track world champion and a marathon world champion. And Beers, well, we feel he will do that one day, but he is an APSA Cape Epic triple winner. The last few riders coming through here. Nyoko van Sail. Rolling through the race over at the front end. There's Corey Wallace. Well, he is a 24-hour solo world champion 6 times over. JP Duplessis, well ridden JP. And that Electoral Titan team roll in as well. Rousseau, Becker, Cronje, Bierkus, Herman as well. So they're all in. What an evening. What a race. Kayamandi's dished up for you here today. Insane stuff. The battle between New Zealand and South Africa, well, it stretches back many years in various other sports, but here on the track at Kayamandi, South Africa determined not to let New Zealand win 2. Samara Shepherd won the women's race. Ben and Craig Oliver did all they could to try and take the win for New Zealand, but in the end, Luke Moyer producing a stunning final lap, the second half of the lap really, and inside the streets of Kayamandi, blasted past Craig Oliver to take the win. What a thing. Well, this race living up to its billing. A champions race. And Fibre Time, champions of Kayamandi, by connecting the people of Kayamandi digitally to the world, giving them opportunity to communicate, to be educated, to educate and to share via the digital Fibre Time connectivity. And they do it in the most amazing way, making it so accessible. R5 a day at 100 megs per second. And they sell daily vouchers, so it's pay as you go. A wonderful way to keep people connected when they need it most. They don't have to pay up front. They just have access when they need it. And of course, 91 Asset Management. Thabo Kujani and his team have been deeply entrenched in the Songo program for over 10 years now, in fact. And their contribution makes it so vital that these youngsters get good education and great after-school care and the opportunity to race their bikes on this BMX track, and eventually, hopefully for many of them, an opportunity to race the APSA Cape Epic and other big races around the country. They do very well in the domestic BMX circuit as well around the Western Cape, the youngsters who come and race here after their schooling. Well, it's the home of mountain biking, the spiritual home of mountain biking in South Africa, Stellenbosch. It has hosted world championships. It's hosted the World Cup on the slopes of Stellenbosch Mountain. It's hosted the APSA Cape Epic multiple times. But this race remains one of the iconic events. And into its 10th year now, the Songo.info Champions Race with Fibre Time has once again delivered great racing by these champions of the sport, inspiring motivating for the youngsters, given an opportunity. And that's all it takes, an opportunity. If you can give an opportunity, even for the, you want to make a contribution, they provide hot lunches here at the school, the Songo lunch program. Costs them 300,000 Rand a year, but they depend on donations and contributions. Go along to Songo.info and see if you can make a difference to these children who come to the clubhouse every day to learn. And of course, learning is much easier on a full stomach, and those 120 hot meals every single day for the youngsters are vital. They can learn and then get out on their bikes. Make a contribution through Songo.info. Thanks if you've joined us. Wonderful to be part of this incredible program and wonderful racing. It is the sort of unofficial curtain raiser to the Absa Cape Epic. We had the Cape Town Cycle Tour on Sunday. 30,000 people racing around the streets of Cape Town. Won by a talented youngster in Tyler Langer. A lot of these riders were there. Luke Moyer was in the mix, very nearly won it. Johnny Hugeland drove the breakaway for a lot of the time, but in the end, he didn't win it. But here at Kayamandi, another young man with a great future in the sport is a star. Luke Moyer. Look out for that name in the future on the World Cup circuit. The word is he will be going to Brazil to race the first couple of rounds of the World Cup circuit. Cross-country racer. And following in the footsteps of our true great World Cup cross-country racers, the late Barry Stander, and of course our current world champion, Alan Hathley, who is mixing it up this year on the road and the cross-country circuit. Wow, what racing. And well, tomorrow it'll all be back to normal here. You'll see they'll be training and preparing to play their football matches on the wonderful pitch down there. There's a very, very active football community, largely Xhosa community from the Eastern Cape who've bedded down here in Kayamandi over the years and make Kayamandi their home on the outskirts of Stellenbosch. Filter in and out every day to school and work and educate at university and other colleges in town and provide service to this community. And today, it is our privilege to be part of the Kayamandi community. Thank them for hosting us and welcoming us so warmly into their town at Kayamandi. So prize giving will follow very, very shortly here in Kayamandi when we'll recognize the achievements of our top three, and Christoph Sauser no doubt will be on hand to present the trophies. I can tell you what, these riders, it might be what they call a fun race, but they take it seriously, and there's some kudos to be earned beating the riders on the start line. The caliber of this field today, quite exceptional. Prize giving time. Let's go to Max.
It is Vera Losa. In second place in the United States of America for Santa Cruz Bikes, it's Alexis Skoda. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the 2025 Fiber Time Songo.info Champions Race in the elite women's category out of New Zealand for Team Econ, Samara Shepherds. Big thank you to Steve Madola from Songo.info and of course Christoph Sauser for handing over the trophies this evening. And then of course a photograph with the athletes. Sipo one side for us please, and Christoph one side. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, a big round of applause. Samara Shepherd from New Zealand, Team Econ, your champion in 2025. Samara, don't go too far. We're going to get you back up with our elite men's winner shortly as we get into our final presentation of the afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our elite men's category. An incredible race, the biggest field ever assembled at the Father-Time Songo.info Champions Race in collaboration with 91 and Ineos Grenadiers. Here's what it looked like at the end of the racing. In third place from New Zealand, Ben Oliver for Maitaqu New Zealand Cycling Project. Alrighty, Ben Oliver. He's got a little cut on his knee. He's going to come shortly. We're going to go into second. Craig Oliver, his brother from New Zealand, Maitaqu New Zealand Cycling Project, in second place. Has he also got a cut knee, or they're just both together? Alright, gentlemen, we're going to wait a little bit for you. There he is. Alright, so doesn't look like Ben is going to make it, but let's get at it. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner here in 2025 from South Africa, Luke Moya. That knee C2 as Commodoro and Christoph Sasa hand over the trophies made here by the team from Songo.info. The celebration of 10 years of this incredible project, sustainability and showcasing the very best of the incredible children here in Kayamandi. Let's give them a big round of applause. Luke Moya takes his first title, and I'm sure it will not be his loss. And now, just quickly, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask Samara Shepherd to join Luke Moya up on the podium for one more photograph of our two winners, the champions of the elite women's and elite men's race at the 25 Father-Time Songo.info Champions Race. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Samara Shepherd of Team E4 from New Zealand and Luke Moya from South Africa. There it is, done and dusted. Another year, 10 years of celebrating Songo.info and its absolute finest. 10 years of partnership with 91, investing for a world of change, and that is exactly what they've done with our team from Songo.info, feeding 130 children a day, from 9 in the morning to 6 at night, 5 days a week. On behalf of the team at Father-Time Songo.info, a massive thank you, a massive good evening, and appreciation from our side for being here, for joining us. We hope to see you again in 2026 right here. It's the Wednesday, the 2nd of the month. Make sure you make it. We cannot wait to see you. Two of the riders taking on the incredible Untamed, the Absa Cape Epic on Sunday. We wish you the very, very best of luck.
Do they want to do an ending with me, or are they done?
Check if they want to do an ending. You want to do an ending with the MC?